form of sharing the gospel. Although on the past we are doing it, but it's not a regular thing, regular sense na ginagawa natin. But today, I would like to share something important to everyone, lalo na dito sa ating nararanasang epidemya, tinatawag ng pandemic, virus, COVID-19 pandemic. So, maraming mga haka-haka, kuro-kuro, we call it like myth and opinion that confuse many of us, especially in the Philippines. Maraming mga kikita ako mga posting, iba pang mga pananaw, even if it's spiritual. It was my preaching last Sunday, but because of what they called community quarantine at naging enhanced pa nga, kaya medyo they called it lockdown. Pero sabi nga ng presidente natin, don't use the word lockdown kasi masyadong mayroong mga stigma yan sa marami. Tama naman dahil minsan ang word kasi powerful yan, to affect the way we think and how we handle ourselves. Scientific, medical, or personal experiences. So this morning, I would like to share to you the topic about belief in the power of God in times of crisis. So, how we do about this? Paano natin siya? So, I would say a teaching and a bit of preaching and suggestions, naka-capsulize na siya para makita natin kung ano yung nangyayari at ano ba yung dapat natin gawin bilang Kristiyano, bilang mamamayan ng Pilipinas, at bilang isang responsableng tao na nabubuhay sa mundo. Okay? I would like to ask to join in prayer before we start our sharing this morning. Father God, we thank you so much for this wonderful time and opportunity to share not only your word, but also the insight, the revelations that we need to understand from your word. Because as we all know, oh God, that you are sovereign in everything. You are the source of wisdom, revelation, knowledge, and information that will give us, oh God, the source of knowledge, the source of peace, the source of calmness, serenity, and even joy in the midst of this crisis. So I commit to myself and your people, and even this message that may reach out to people that needed this message, Lord. In Jesus Christ's name, amen. Again, the title is Believe in the Power of God in Times of Crisis. So in Exodus chapter 8, verse 20 to 32, I would like to read it for you. Okay, although I hope you can see, but I would like to read it for the sake of reading. In verse 20, it says, of Exodus chapter 8, then the Lord said to Moses, get up early in the morning and confront Pharaoh as he goes to the water, and say to him, this is what the Lord says, let my people go so that they may worship me. If you do not let my people go, I will send swarms of flies on you and your officials, on your people, and into your houses. The houses of the Egyptians will be full of flies, and even the ground where they are. Verse 22, but on that day I will deal differently with the land of Goshen, where my people live. No swarm of flies will be there, so that you will know that I, the Lord, am in this land. Verse 23, I will make a distinction between my people and your people. Now take note of the word distinction. This miraculous sign will occur tomorrow. And the Lord did this. Dense swarms of flies poured into Pharaoh's palace and into the houses of his officials. And throughout Egypt, the land was ruined by the flies. Then Pharaoh summoned Moses and Aaron and said, go, sacrifice to your God here in the land. Now take note of the word here in the land. We're talking about Egypt. But Moses said that would not be right. The sacrifices we offer the Lord, our God, would be detestable to the Egyptians. And if we offer sacrifices that are detestable in their eyes, they will not stone us. We must take a 3-day journey into the desert to offer sacrifices to the Lord our God, as He commanded us. Now take note of the word, as He commanded us. Pharaoh said, I will let you go. Now take note of the word. Pharaoh said, I will let you go to offer sacrifices to the Lord your God in the desert, but you must not go very far. Now this is the word of Pharaoh. But you must not go very far. Then he said, now pray for me. Now take note of the word, now pray for me. The Pharaoh is asking for prayer, for intervention of the plagues that is happening in the land of Egypt. So Moses answered, as soon as I leave you, I will pray to the Lord, and tomorrow the flies will leave Pharaoh and his officials and his people. Only be sure that Pharaoh does not act deceitfully. Take note of the word of Moses. Only be sure. Okay? That the Pharaoh does not act deceitfully. Again, by not letting the people go to offer sacrifices to the Lord. Because as we all know, the background of the message is that God commanded Moses to let the people go out, going to the land of promise in Canaan. So, to convince the Pharaoh, one of the plagues was the flies. Then, verse 30, then Moses left Pharaoh and prayed to the Lord. Prayed to the Lord. And the Lord did what Moses asked. He prayed for the Pharaoh, and so that flies will leave the land of Egypt, especially in the place where the Pharaoh was. And the Lord did what Moses asked. Now take note, he prayed. The sovereignty of God, as we all know, that God knows everything. Because He is omniscient, all-powerful. Alam niya ang isip at puso ng tao. But because of this, because God hardened the heart of the Pharaoh, the Bible said, and the Lord did what Moses said, the flies left Pharaoh and his officials and his people. Not a fly remained. But this time also, Pharaoh hardened his heart. And Pharaoh said, but this time also Pharaoh hardened his heart and would not let the people go. Now, looking at the story of the Ten Commandments and the exodus of the Israelites in the hands of, to fulfill the promise God gave to Abraham that they would be a great nation, that they would be called a holy nation, and they are called a royal priesthood, a holy nation. In 1 Peter 2 verse 9, Egypt. So to fulfill the promise given to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. So God calls and He raised up Moses to bring people out of this what they call Egypt. I was given the opportunity to see the pyramid of Giza in Egypt way back 2008 and 9. Napakalaki ng Egypt. So, ng Egypt, yes. And also the pyramid itself. Talagang you will be amazed how it was, the engineering, the architectural design. Grabe. Pag hinawakan mo yung pyramid, para siyang isang klaseng marble na hindi mo maintindihan at lalaki ng boulders. And when I try to ask some people, and also based on the reading, about 100,000 people every day, more than 100,000 people every day, work hand in hands, joined together, young and old, to push back and to bring up and to build the pyramids. Ang hirap. Napakalalaki. Siguro if I would try to imagine and remember it right based on my experience din, nung nakita ko siya, siguro mga 10 CR na about 25 square meter, something like that. Ganun malaki yung bato. Ganun kalaki. Bawat boulders, 25 square meter na restroom, times which is a 10, parang ganun. Ganun kalalaki. O, sabi natin times 5. No? Ganun pa rin, malaki pa rin siya. So, pero malaki talaga siya. Para siya isang bahay na maliit. Na pag inakyat mo, you need a lot of strength. And during those time, wala namang mga malalaking crane. Walang high-tech equipment to bring up, to push back. Kaya if you try to go back to the Bible, yung mga tao, kapag nagkakamali ang mga Israelites, mga Hebrews during that time, pinaparusahan sila at inaalisan sila ng mga dayami, no? Which is yun ang tumutulong para mapagaan at mapagulong nila at mailagay nila from kung saan man yung mga batong boulders na yun, malalaking bato na yun, na inaakyat nila at para mabuo yung pyramid, maghihirap ka talaga. So that's why they're crying out for God. Kahit may sakit ka, trabaho ka, pag tumigil ka, papaluin ka talaga. During that time. So, sobra yung hirap ng mga tao during that time. No? Mahirap ang panahon na yun. Because it took them more than 400 years. Approximately 400, more or less. In the hands of the Egyptian government or Egyptian country or nation. And they are crying day and night for us deliverance. For God. Na mapalaya sila sa kahirapan. And they are considered slaves, workers without fee or remuneration. Although they have food, but you know, it's not that much. They are not enjoying comfortability, convenience. They are not. Kung may sakit ka, mamamatay ka na lang. And about 2 million people under the hands of Egyptian Pharaoh. Malungkot. But God in His own time, because God has own time for everything. He is the owner of life. And because God has His own timeline to fulfill God's promise until the end of time, until the restoration of everything, to go back to the original creation of God, until we reach the new Jerusalem, the new earth, the new heavens, the new heaven and the new Jerusalem, and to the Edenic restoration. But before that, under this, what they call the age of grace, the age of church, we are all living on this world, experiencing a lot. Because when Adam fall into sin, lahat ng consequences, mga kapatid, naranasan talaga natin. Yung greatness, kabaliktaran, the great Adam. Di ba? Yung dating matalino, ngayon nakaka-experience ng foolishness. Yung dating perfect, naging imperfect because of the consequence of disobedience. Ang keyword lang naman, disobedience. Hindi naman masamang kumain. Because during that time, God provided food. Hindi naman binawal. Isa lang ang binawal Yung food na galing sa tree of knowledge of good and evil. Kaya nga ngayon, sa panahon natin, napakaraming pagkain. Spiritual, psychological, or soul. Diba? Because man is composed of spirit, soul, and body. Pag sinabi mo spirit, so automatic yun, spiritual. It's the Word of God. Pag sinabi mong soul, siyempre, psychological, mental yan. Diba? Pag sinabi mong soul, composition ng intellect, emotion, and will. At wala naman yan pagdating sa soul. Kaya nga yung intellect, yun yung cognitive side, diba? Of the mind. Cognitive mind. Cognitive part of the mind. Yun yung conscious mind. Another, pag sinabi mong soul, andyan pa rin yung emotion. Dahil hindi mo naman pwedeng sabihin na ikaw ay tao pag wala ka emotion. Kasi, pag sinabi sa yung tatlong ay conscious, subconscious, and the unconscious. So that's part of the soul. Iba yan sa spirit. Kasi ang common error kasi, iniisa ang soul and spirit. Spirit is life. The pneuma, the ruach, the zoe, in Greek, marami pa. But what is important right now in the dimension ng soul, ng mind, in the particular of the soul, is the will. Diba? The mind, emotion, and the will. So yung will, hindi yan pinakikialaman ng Diyos. Yan ang highest gift that God given to man. Will. Dahil hindi naman tayo nilikha robot kasi ng Diyos. We are not created by God robot just to be manipulated. Yeah, kasi pagdating, kung tayo ay robot at ang Diyos, pwede natin sabihin, oh Lord, ikaw naman may gusto niyan eh. Sumunod lang ako sa iyo eh. Ikaw naman ang gumawa niyan eh. Kaya nga minsan, ang common error, mga kapatid. Alam mo, may sakit ng tao. Panginoon, salamat po sa sakit na to. Kung di niyo po binigay ito, di ko kayo makikilala. God never give negative things on men. Every good and perfect gifts comes from above. Lahat ng negative sa diablo yan, sa demonyo yan, kay Satanas yan. Lahat ng mabuti, maganda, kaaya-aya, malinis, pure, acceptable is of God. Kaya tingnan nyo maigi, kaya nga sinabi ng Diyos na huwag kumain. Bago ko tumutok sa pinakapuso, gusto ko lang muna makita natin to kasi para mas madali natin maintindihan yung sasabihin ko in the process. Huwag kayong mag-alala. Sandali lang po ito. Kaya nga sinabi ng Diyos, huwag kumain. Tandaan po natin lagi, before the foundation of the earth, ang unang-unang labanan na nangyari, the first battle is heavenly conflict. Wala pang tao nun. Wala pa. Heaven and earth pa lang. So yung unang battle, dahil gusto ni Satanas na maging great siya, Ezekiel chapter 14, gusto niya na maging magaling siya, maging mataas siya. Di ba? Yun naman yun eh. So, isang problem, itinapon siya ng Diyos. Bakit siya itinapon? Kasi nga, pati nga yung 1/3 of angels hinawakan niya eh. So, yung unang rebellion begin in the heavens, where the throne of God is. So, he was thrown at the middle of the garden, which is on earth, because God already created. And God created the heavens and the earth. Yun ang unang-una. God created the heavens and the earth. Tapos kinreate niya naman iba't ibang bagay pa. Mga pagkain, mga isda, at kahuli-hulihan, the sixth day, yung tao. Tayo yun. Pero bago yun, nauna muna yung heaven and the earth. Nauna yun. And he thrown Satan at the middle of the garden. Now, what's that? That's the paradise, that's the Eden. So when God created man, he placed the man on the garden in Eden, in a paradiso. Isa lang naman yan. Pag tinignan mo, paradiso, Eden, garden, isa lang yan. God placed there the man. And God said to Adam, okay, wala pa naman si Eve during that time, si Adam. Kaya nga si Adam ang much more accountable. In the book of Timothy, si Adam ang natukso. Although natukso din siyempre si Eve, pero ang talagang na-deceive ay si Eve. Siya yung nadaya. Why? Because ang talagang direct na nakarinig ng tinig ng Diyos, the commandment of God, is Adam. And it was laid down to the woman, shared to the woman. Kaya nga ang responsibility, accountability, yung mismong lalaki, si Adam. Maraming mga mga probabilities, pero huwag na lang tayo pumunta doon. Doon na lang tayo sa pinakapunto na ang tao ay sumuway sa Diyos. At yun ay Satan. Tingnan niyo maigi. Nung lumapit, kaya nga, hindi dapat lumalapit. Nung lumapit si Eva or si Eve, paglapit niya, ando na yung temptation. Aware siya. Because Adam teach the idea, teaching the command of God not to eat. Not the fruit. But still, Kumuha pa rin siya. Kumuha pa rin siya. Dahil nakita niya maganda at sinabi sa kanya ni Satan, sinabi sa kanya ng serpent, which represents Satan, sinabi ba ng Diyos na mamamatay ka? Yun ang sabi ni Eve, hindi pwede yan. Kasi sinabi ng Diyos, mamamatay ka. Sinabi ba ng Diyos? Hindi. Bagkus, ano yan? Magiging katulad ka ng Diyos. Hindi katulad ng Diyos na all-powerful, deity. No, it's not. Isa lang ang capital S. Pag may nag-claim ng capital S na tao, problema yan. Isa lang din ang capital D. Dahil pag meron nag-claim nun, problema rin yun. Okay? Magiging katulad ka ng Diyos. Ano yun? Anong particular? So, it's not katulad ng Diyos na creator, or knowing, omniscient, all-powerful. No, it's not. Magiging katulad ka ng Diyos. Magiging matalino ka na malalaman mo ang masama at mabuti. So, tandaan po natin lagi. Awareness is the key here. Remember when Eve started to eat, hindi pa naman niya nakita ang batsi. Hindi pa yun. Di sana ko nakita, bubad pala ako. Di ba? Wala namang ganong record sa Bible. Pero makikita natin, He brought it to Adam. After. Wala tayong mababasa sa Bible na nung dinala niya ni Eve ang bunga. It's wrong also to say it's an apple, no? Kasi minsan nagiging icon yan ng mga kahit mga hotels, makikita natin yan, yung nagalit yung apple, at saka para bang yan para bang, no, it's not an apple actually, na lang yan, myth na lang yan. Tandaan natin lagi, it's not an apple. It's bunga. Anong bunga man yun, hindi natin alam. Wala naman sinabi sa Bible kung anong pangalan ng bunga na yun. So yung bunga, kinain niya, and when Adam eat it, that was the beginning. Now take note of the word. That was the beginning when their thoughts, their senses, their minds were open and started to see the evil things. Adam was created perfect. Adam was created good. Everything is provided, as we all know in the Bible. No sickness, no sin, no problem. Kaya siguro, not siguro, but I think if Adam did not eat the fruit, wala kasalanan. Wala dapat manganganak na pupunta ka sa ospital at kahit wala kang pera, kapag cesarean ka, you need to raise up more than 20,000. Wala dapat mayaman at mahirap. Now, try to reflect to these ideas. God gave will to man. Now, I'm trying to focus and to direct my point to what we call will of man. Yan ang importante ngayon. Will of man. Because God, as I have said lately, previously, God didn't create man, a robot, to be manipulated. We have the will, W-I-L-L. Dahil kung wala yun, di sana Nung kakainin na ni Adan, ulitin ko ha, si Adan ang pinaka-main focal point dito. It's not Eve, it's Adam. Okay? So, nung kakainin na, kung makikita natin, kasi minsan sinisisi natin ng Diyos eh. Pati nga si Satan, nasasali pa eh. Pero tingnan muna natin itong part na ito. Nung kakainin na ni Adam, di sana pinigil na hinawakan na ng Diyos. Ay, huwag yung kainin yan. Hindi pwede yan. No. You should not eat it. Tinabig. Pero hindi. The highest form of God's gift to man is my will and your will. Our will. God gave that to man. In order for us to communicate freely, to commune with God freely, to enjoy relationship. Ano kaya ang mundo? Ano kaya ang relasyon ng mag-asawa at ng mga magulang kung ang lahat na lang ay iutos sa iyong gawin mo? Ako ang asawa dito, ako ang head of the family dito, sumunod ka lang. Kaya nga may problema, I'm a counselor. Ako, marami akong experiences. Mga pastor, counselor din yan. Wala namang magaling eh. Lahat isa lang naman ng Diyos eh. Wala namang mabuti. Isa lang eh. Lahat tayo imperfect. But we are, by God's grace, we are transformed from day to day, from glory to glory every day, because God is gracious and merciful. Walang magaling. Walang mabuti. Lahat naman nakasulat sa Bible. So bilang head pastor, bilang pastor for 32 years, and I've been a believer since 1983, nakakilala ako sa Lord. Although syempre, alam mo na, hindi naman ganun ka-diretso yan eh. Pero naging totoo at I hear the calling of God since 1986. I started to adhere God's call and became a pastor 1988. Up to now, in a single church, hindi ako nagpalipat-lipat ng simbahan. Ibig sabihin, the same people na hinawakan ko since 98, sila pa rin hanggang ngayon. Although it's not a big church, wala namang problema yun. Ang importante, you're adhering to God's call. So, go back to the point, and yun naman importante, the will of God and the will of man should correlate, because God never intervene or usurp or control the will of man. Although God has His own time. So whether you like it or not, kapag ginawa na ng Diyos yung timeline niya, until the end of this day, until the end of the world, until the end of the system of this world, based on Revelation, God will allow your will to submit to Him. Pero ikaw pa rin ang pipili. Kaya nga may heaven and hell eh, di ba? Kung gusto mo, heaven ka. Kung ayaw mo, hell ka. Pero nakasimple yun. Even the technology nowadays. Di ba? Even the technology. Yun ang makaramihan naman created ng tao yan eh. Pero galing si Diyos yung wisdom. So dalawa yan eh. We are living in two kinds of ideally world. The negative world and the positive world. Hindi bipolar yung polarity of negative and positive. Kaya nga kahit sa pagkatao ng there is no assurance. If you're a pastor or a Christian, minsan sinisisi natin ito. Sabihin natin, yan ba ang born again? Yan ba ang Kristiyano? Yan ba ang leader? Yan ba? Kahit nga sa mundo natin, ang gulo-gulo na eh. Hindi mo na malaman kung sino matalino, sino marunong. Lahat tama. Lahat may masasabi. No? Lalo ngayon, sa ating concern. Now, we are talking about the recent issue and how to address it. But before that, gusto ko munang connect Ngayon, maraming mga even believers or what they call born-again Christians. Masyado nagpapanik, affected. Now, church is not a guarantee. Attending the church is not a guarantee that you're mature. Di ba? Kahit nga mga Kristiyano, nag-aaway-aaway. Kikita natin yun. Minsan nga, naglalakad ako sa isang palengke. May narinig ako nagsigawan. Sabi nung isang, mutukutsita ka talaga. Ay, na, away nila. Ba't naman sabi nung isa, konti lang ako. Born again. Okay, yung born again, it's not a word to assure that you're mature. Pwede na ako, kung hindi lang ako attend the church. Diba? Pero lang, meron lang naman. A maturity, it's not how you attend the church or longer time attending the church. It will never be. It will never be. Ano lang yan eh? Di ba? Kahit sabi mo pa, pinanganak ka sa simbahan, ang pamilya mo, pastor, o Kristiyano, whatever it is, hindi yung guarantee. Because maturity will only be tested and developed over time, not overnight. The savor of life, the ingredients of life that will bring you a nice, suited life is trials, persecution, and even like this, crisis. Diyan natin masusubukan ang sarili natin kapag may mga problem na. Kapag may mga problema na. Yan ang tinatawag na barometer of our Christian faith. So, ang pagiging anak ng Diyos, or a Christian, or a believer, or so-called born-again believer of Christ, masusubok sa mga panahong katulad ng ganito. And we need the kind of wisdom that Solomon has during his time to make judgment. And also we need the vision, keen vision like Joseph, to make action and decision. And also we need the mindset, the prophetic eyes of Issachar, to see the season and the times of the world. So, minsan, nakakatuwa lang ako personally, ayoko na lang din mag-comment. Ang hirap nakakapagod kaya. No? So, isang salitaan na lang. Marami na nung hindi tumatanggap ng pera. Bakit tinong, ito na ba yung panahon ng 666? Naku po. 666 nung unang panahon pa yan. Andiyan na yan. Yung tataka ng chips, andiyan na yan, matagal na. 1980s pa, 88 pa, 90s pa, may mga nagsisimula na. Ang dami nagsasabi, rapture na, marapit na, 88. 88 reasons why the rapture takes place. Ang dami mga nagkiklaim, 2000, 2004, ang dami. So what we need now is to address the problem. It is man-made? Marami kasi nagsasabi, ito daw, gawa daw ng mga kung sino-sino, no? In fairness with the Chinese and European and Russian, tanda natin lagi mga kapatid, no? We are not dealing with human flesh. Our body is not flesh and blood. Yes, we understand, we all know. No? Now, merong tinatawag na biochemical warfare, meron pa nga nuclear warfare. So, ano man yun, naniniwala pa rin ako. At personally, I believe, it's my conviction as a pastor, that there are warfare at the last days. At hindi yun ang topic ko ngayon, may mahabang usapan yan. Bakit ito lang ang akin? Kung ano man ang mga, kasi sabi ko nga, parang haka-haka, kuro-kuro, parang nag-uusap ang mga foreigner. No? Parang nag-uusap ang mga iba't ibang lahi na hindi magkaintindihan kung anong sinasabi. Isa lang. Alamin natin, is it human error or human failure? Is it divine act of God? Or plagues created, given, done by God directly? Or is it the end times? So, tatlo lang yan eh. Tatlo lang yan na dapat natin tingnan. Para malinis at malinaw, paano tayo mag-decide? Paano tayo magdidesisyon? Tama, dapat mag-pray. We need, like Queen Esther nowadays, that plead in behalf of his people. Israelites. People. Queen Esther. So right now, if you try to go back to the Bible, maraming punto ka makikita. Pero dito sa preaching o message ko ngayon, and sharing that I want to share, not only to the Christian churches, not only to the pastors, but also to the Republic of the Philippines and the whole world. If God would give the chance, this to be here. Now, sa akin, wala nang problema eh. Hindi ko na iniisip kung ano pa ang kailangan ngayon ma-share ang thoughts and mindset. Puno-puno na rin po kasi ang puso at isip ko regarding the matter, regarding the content or the crisis that's happening nowadays. So, dito makikita natin ang issue. Hindi natin siya pwedeng i-relate agad sa COVID-19. Gawa ng Diyos yan. End of the world na ito. Because the issue in Exodus, the 10 plagues, okay, is not longer time. Sunod-sunod yun. To convince the Pharaoh that God's power, kung mapapansin natin, may mga magicians today. May mga powerful magicians sila that counterfeit the works of God through Moses. And every time they counterfeit it, natatalo sila. At ang lagi nilang report kay Pharaoh, this must be a finger of God. This must be the hand of God. Because, kaya hinarden ng Diyos yung puso ni Pharaoh para magsunod-sunod at maipakita ang 10 kapangyarihan at kamay ng Diyos sa bansang Egypto. God is showing something to jolt, to awaken, to aware the mind of the Pharaoh and all the Egyptian people that there is God in the land of Egypt. And this time, in His own time, God raised up the kind of Moses in His own sovereign time to bring out people into slavery out of the hands of the Pharaoh. Now, I want you to listen carefully, please. Our member in the living room, our kababayan in Cavite, our nearby provinces, and also the whole Philippines, and even to the nations of the world. Please, one thing is important right now is to listen to the voice of God. That's the main point of Exodus. Listen, because God has something to say, and I want you to understand and aware that there is God even at the middle of serious sinner, wicked world, Egypt. Isa yun. And the people of God and stay in Goshen, headed by Moses or headed by the Hebrew people. Ang isang pinakita doon, that even at the middle of all the calamities, the epidemics, the plagues, walang isang fly. Langaw in the land of Goshen, where the people of God is staying. No one. Even a single one fly. Pero sa Egypt, punong-puno. At napakarami magmula sa bahay, sa labas. Kaya hirap na hirap sila. And, alam naman natin kung gaano karami ang langaw. God permitted that to happen for a purpose. Tandaan po natin lagi. He is God. And all of His purposes, action and deed, based on God's design for man. So kita pala natin doon na nahati yung lugar, wala talaga. Now this time, isa lang ang gusto kong ibalance sa mga mananampalataya ng Diyos kay Kristo Jesus. Isa lang. Masyado nagiging hyper yung ating faith na para bang pag nagkasakit ka, may kasalanan ka. Tandaan natin lagi ang kasalanan. Nandiyan na yan. Habang nagbiyaya ka lang, ako ng Diyos. Bisin natin yung mindset na yan. Itusuro natin yan. Kahit isang pinakabanal, pinakamatuwid. Diba si Elijah may nakamamatay na sakit sa Bible. Si Elijah Panginoon, kunin mo na ang buhay ko, na-depress. Nagkaroon ng takot. Dahil hinabol siya. Patayin siya. Pinababa niya pinatay niya 450 false prophets. Pinababa yung apuntan. It's a prayer. So, kahit ikaw pinaka-powerful ka pa, pinaka-Kristiyano ka pa, pinaka-anak ng Diyos, o ano pa ang claim mo sa sarili mo, is still because of the human failure, human depravity, you are still submitted subject to decay. Kaya kapag may isang tao na nag-preach, o isang mananampalataya, o Kristiyano, ano man siya, nag-claim na hindi na siya mamamatay, problema yun. Lahat ng tao mamamatay. Si Jesus Christ nga, namatay sa krus. Ikaw pa kaya? Si Jesus, when in his own incarnated human form, isang dapat pag-aralan, yung Christology, dapat mabigyan ng pansin yan. Kasi pag hindi, problema po yan. Tandaan natin lagi, ang ating Panginoon si Kristo, hindi siya tao. Siya ay nagkatawang tao. At yung kanyang human condition, in his kinoo form, he emptied his divinity just to fulfill God's purpose. Kaya nga sa Gethsemane, di ba 3 times siya nag-pray? Yung unang dalawa, nakiusap siya, baka pwede palagpasin nyo na itong gagawin nyo. May this cup pass over me. Tapos pray na naman siya, balik na naman yung mga Kristiyano, mga disipulo niya, tulog. Which is very important. Hindi ba kayo pwede makapanalangin yung pangalawa niya? Pwede ba kayo makapanalangin kahit isang oras man lang? Ngayon, pag nagpipray yung mga Kristiyano, di ba? Yung sabi, born na niya. Aminin na lang natin. May problema, tamaan ako. Wala naman eh. Lahat naman, kahit ako, bago ako mag-preach, sinatamaan na rin ako. Lahat tayo. Walang accepted dito. Walang magaling dito. Even the preacher itself, he is subject to correction, to rebuke, and to submit to the will. So what we need right now, not only to pray, but to be aware. Second is prayer. Queen Esther pleaded to the king. Moses pleaded to God to get out, to take out the plagues. That is what our role is. Now this time, let's talk about not only the spiritual side, but also the soul side and the physical side. Okay? Recent issues, COVID-19, Ano ba yung COVID-19? Isang virus yan, hindi lang simpleng bacteria. No, I leave it to the mga medical doctors, but as part of a simple study and research, magkaiba yan. Kaya nga, di ba, pag nagpapacheck up tayo, iba yung virus o viral infection, iba rin yung bacterial infection. Although magkakapareho yan, magkakarugtong yan, pero magkakaibang paggamot o pag-deal yung medical treatment na binibigay ng ating mga doktor. But let us move on to the recent issue and how to address it. Now, ang problema ngayon, yung nag-create ng mga social media, masyadong OA at saka exaggerated, tapos may fake news pa. Kaya nga, we created a group chat with my congregation. Isa lang, sabi ko, huwag kayong magpo-forward ng fake news na kahit ano, idaan nyo muna sa akin. Kasi bakit? Ayun yun. Panic. Bakit? Dahil sa mga maling balita. Pangalawa, issue of paranoia. Nagiging paranoia. Hindi pa naman paranoid. O hindi pa naman paranoia. Hindi pa naman kasi sakit na ano na yan, mental disease na yan eh. Hindi pa naman. Pero papunta, dyan papunta yan kapag nagkataon. Nagiging paranoiac na. No? Ano pa? I-detail natin mabilis yan mamaya. And issue of fear and anxiety. Alam natin. If you focus on the future, the present and the future, especially the future, it will create fear on you. Pagka naman nag-alala ka sa sitwasyon mo at sa kung ano yung gusto mo at hindi mo nakakamtan, yun ang problema eh. Hinahanap natin yung wala. Huwag natin hanapin yung wala. Kahit sa mga mag-asawa, sa bahay. Halimbawa, umuwi ka, gusto mahilig ka sa kung ano meron ka. Halimbawa, ang ulam nyo tuyo, kunyari lang. Minsan, patis na, nag-aaway pa, patis lang yan. Bakit walang patis dito? Wala nga patis, huwag mo lang awayin. Huwag mo lang sakta ng kalooban ng kasama mo sa bahay. Wala na nga eh. Di ba kaya tayo nagkakaroon ng anxiety sa buhay? Dahil masyado natin yung problema natin 10 years, tapos nag-create na ng fear. Sabi ko nga, if you are thinking more of the future, it will create fear and then anxiety. Yung present condition mo. Kakasakit ka. Hindi mo alam, God is in His own time already provided your needs. Yung inisip mo na pang 10 years o pang next year o pang next month, inisip mo na ngayon. Hinanap mo na ngayon. Wala. Problema yan. Magkakaroon kayo ng anxiety. Kaya may anxiety disorder. The issue of confusion, na mga maling balita, mga haka-hako, kuro-kuro, dami matalino. Diba? Ayaw na lang manahimik, ayaw na lang mag-submit. Tandaan natin, ako yung susunod kong is about authority and leadership. Kung sino yung binoto natin, wala, ako, sinasabi ko sa congregation ko, dahil partisan tayo, kung sino yung iupo ng Diyos, ayaw man natin o hindi gusto man natin, o ayaw natin, masama man sa tingin natin, o mabuti man, sundin natin, nilagay ng Diyos yan. Dahil pag hindi, problema, ang i-create natin, confusion. Ngayon, marami yan. Okay. Next, what does the Word of God says on the issue facing the challenge of COVID-19? Ano ba yan? Plagues ba yan? Act of God ba yan? Parusa ba ng Diyos yan? Yes. Marami ng kasalanan sa mundo. Diba? Kung iisa-isahin natin, nasa Egypt nga tayo, makasalanan ng mundo eh. Nasa isang lugar nga tayo na nakapaikot sa atin ng lahat ng uri ng kasalanan. Lahatin mo na. Isa-isahin mo na. Hindi yun ang topic ko. I don't want to open a particular problem, pero dahil mahirap i-open tapos hindi mo ma-discuss, baka magkaroon ng misconception at saka misinterpretation. Isa-isahin natin yan, huwag kayong mag-alala. At ako'y punong-puno dyan. Pag nag-training ako, ulitin ko po, if I discuss that in the Brain Excellence training, sa police training, if I invited in the seminars, dinadiscuss ko po yun. Pero, this time, focus muna tayo para maging mabilis na. So, ano ba yan? Now, it is an outbreak, whether it is created by man or because of man's irresponsibility and consequences based on human foolishness and disobedience to God-given commandments, or noble thoughts and actions. Ano man yan, still, it is an epidemic or epidemia or naging pandemic na kasi buong mundo na. Okay? Now, we can trace that and how does it affect people. Okay, tingnan po natin. May mga historical facts dito. At basically, I have some research of a timeline of how the pandemics happen. Ulitin ko, una, outbreak, epidemic, and then pandemics. Isa lang naman din yan kung tutusin. Kaya lang naging pandemic, buong mundo na kasi. Diba? So, yun na yun. So, it is, yung anthrax way back in the 1993. Ako po ay 54 years old na last March. Sa buhay ko, ang dami ng panic buying, ang dami ng ilang beses ko lang narinig yung mga virus na yan. Diba? Marami yan eh. So, anthrax, 1993. Okay. It's not contagious, but it is, if it's directly exposed to human or to any body that has life, it is fatal. Okay? Another, SARS, 2002. Ano ibig sabihin ng SARS? Okay? Severe Acute Respiratory Syndrome. Last 2002. Kailan lang yan, di ba? So, it was infected. Okay? It spread. And the first infected human in Guangdong, province of southern China in 2002. Now, in fairness to China, huwag naman masyadong tayo, minsan, takot tayo pag nakakita tayo ng sikip. Hindi naman ganun. Hindi naman dapat ganyan. No? Sabi nga, actually, yung susunod kong ipa-flash, yung updated ng World Health Organization, the myth of COVID-19. At marami pa. Anyway, isa lang yan. SARS transmission. Okay? There are about 8,000 cases in 2003. Ang naapektuhan ay about 26 countries all over the world. Kaya pag tinawag na epidemic, alam natin, ano na yan, malala na sa isang lugar. Pero kapag buong isang lugar na at saka isang bansa at saka buong bansa na, pandemic na yan. Okay? So, yun lang yun. Anyway, let's go to number 3. Marami pa naman yan. Middle Eastern, yung MERS-CoV noong unang panahon, 2012. So, kumalat yan at maraming it's always viral. Naulitin ko po, no, as I understand it, isang bacterial at saka isang viral. Ang bacterial, ang dinidil niya, bumibili tayo sa butika ng mga antibiotics. Kaya nga, minsan binawal na eh. Kasi hindi naman tayo doktor, yung self-medication, bili tayo ng antibiotic, hindi natin alam. Lalo yung mga kung ano yan, kung anong Ang tawag dyan, yung dosage niya, merong 250, merong 500, may 1,000. Minsan, ayaw natin magpa-check up. Kaya nga, dinesign ng doktor. Respetuhin naman natin. No? Huwag natin alisan ng trabaho. At sila naman ay alam nila kung ano yung ginagawa nila. Di ba? O, sundin natin. Magpa-check up tayo. Kung ano yung ibigay nila. Kung binigay ng 250, 250, alam nila yan eh. Di ba, tinitignan nila yung katawan mo. O, hindi mo kailangan ng 500, 250 lang. Hindi pa yan malala. Pag malala na, 1,000 na yan. O, twice a day. Grabe yan. Di ba? Kasi grabe na nakikita nila sa'yo. Iba na. So, depende. Kaya pag tayo, meron tayong ay, binigay sa akin ng doktor natin, 500. 250 lang pala kailangan mo. Di lalo ka namatay. Lalo ka nagkasakit. Wisdom din. Kaya nga binigyan tayo ng common sense at saka practical sense. Para i-apply. Ngayon, kailangan natin ngayon, hindi lang wisdom, hindi lang vision to design, hindi lang spirituality, imbalance, unsound, hyper, hindi pwede yan. Kailangan natin ng practical wisdom, practical sense, at saka common sense. Okay? Ang ginagamit ng Diyos, respetuhin natin ang ating presidente, Honorable President Rodrigo Roa Duterte. Binoto mo man siya o hindi, gusto mo man siya o ayaw, mabuti man sa tingin mo, masama siya, ang importante, nilagay siya ng Diyos, pinahintulot siya ng Diyos. Huwag na natin isipin, kung dinaya o nandaya, dito sa Pilipinas, wala namang nanalo, lahat dinaya eh. No? Ang importante ngayon, respeto, pagtanggap. Sa oras ng epidemya, sa oras ng problema o krisis, hindi na pwedeng pasukan ito ng politika or partisan, political partisan, or personal na galit. Ang kailangan, yung kung ano sinasabi na salita ng Diyos, balance, biblical principles, common sense, practical sense, Solomonic wisdom to make judgment, and vision on how to make decision and act properly. Relevant action. And next, Ebola virus, which happens 2014 and 16. Kailan lang yan, recent lang yun, di ba? No, huwag na nating pagtalunan ang COVID-19 at huwag na gawing negosyo. Alam nyo, magagalit pa sa inyo ang Diyos sa atin ang Diyos niyan. Sama ako dun. Di ba? Ang presyo. Yung mga presyo ng face mask. Ang tataas na. Imahabag naman kayo. O yung napanood ko, nakita ko sa article. Inano na, binan ng eBay at saka ng, ano ba ito? Di ba? Yung isang, bumili ng napakarami, bandang huli. 17,000 alcohol and sanitizers. Binenta na parang $5 lang yata nabili. Binenta ng $50. Grabe. Ewan naman, mga sir, ma'am. Mahabag po tayo. Matakot tayo sa Diyos. Kung tayo man ay may kasalanan at meron tayong mga ginagawang hindi tama, let God deal sa us personally, individually. Pero huwag na nating idamay ang ibang tao. Huwag na nating takutin ang ibang tao. Now, itong COVID-19 actually was predicted by Dinkins, one of the writer, is a novel writer, during 1981, The Eyes of Darkness. Ayan. It was published 1981, sorry. 1981. At ito ay sinulat niya at nakabanggit diyan yung Wuhan 400 perfect weapon. No, dito, I think dito nanggaling yung mga rumors eh. Yan ang problema ng rumors, yung interpretation. No? Yung interpretation na, ito galing to sa China. Ito na China. Tapos dito naman sa libro ni Dean Koontz, it was the story, kumbaga reflecting back from other countries like Russia and Germany. Kung ano man yung na natin i-attribute, kung ito man ay kinreate ng ganitong bansa o ito ay galing sa ganitong bansa, ngayon nga, isang point lang doon sa isang study ko, sa susunod ko i-discuss. Huwag kang bumili galing sa China, may ano yan, may virus yan. Mismo World Health na nagsabi na ang virus, no, na galing sa China, virus tuloy, yung item o product will not bring any virus. Ang germs, ang virus, sabi nga doon sa isang study, hindi yan basta napapatay. Ang bakterya lang napapatay ng mga alcohol. Merong certain medication, gamot, na nag-a-address to kill the virus in particular. Pero ang virus, hindi siya basta-basta pwedeng mapatay ng mga 70% alcohol. Kaya yung mga bumibili ng mga 70% alcohol na hinord na, meron ako narinig na isang tao, mayaman, problema yun. Bumili na napakarami yung mga kasunod, wala na magbili, kawawa naman. Sa Book of Proverbs, kasalanan sa Diyos yan. Sa Diyos, in the Book of Proverbs, is a crime. Galit ang Diyos sa hoarding. Sige. So, paano ang Diyos ang abutin sa atin? Gawin niyo yan. Sinasabi na nga ng Presidente, huwag kayo matakot. Kompleto. Sinasabi na ng ating agrarian. Magagaling. Alam nila yan. Although, siyempre, konti aware tayo eh. Although, kailan lang ba yan? December. Di ba? Huwag na natin i-attribute sa kung kani-kanino. Kung basta ito man yung na-predict, kung meron ng biological warfare, o ano man yan, o chemical warfare, o ano man yan. Pero, hindi naman yung chemical warfare, hindi yung biological warfare. Virus yan. At kung ito man ay, problema, huwag na natin i-attribute kung kani-kaninong bansa. Pero isa lang na sigurado, it is a virus. Kaya nga viral infection. Ngayon, ang virus, based on what I have read, dati po mga papel dito. Galing naman to sa, may mga references yan. Kailangan niya ng conveyor, ng sasakyan, para yaan ay makapasok at isa sa ginagamit yung mga bakterya. Mga germs. Yan ang sinasakyan yan. Hindi yan, kaya ang pinapatay natin, hindi yung virus. Ang pinapatay natin yung bakterya. Kasi dyan nakasakay ang virus. Pumasok. Kaya nga ang bakterya, pag pumasok sa'yo, there are good and bad bacteria sa katawan natin. Pasinin niyo yung mga pasinin niyo yung mga taong grasa. Ano kinakain yan? Di sana, marami ng pandemic noong unang panahon, dami taong grasa eh. Yung mga squatter area, yung mga tiyan, batang labasan tiyan. Di ba? Di sana, noon pa, may pandemic na. Yung iba, makikita mo, doon sa mga food chain. Hindi ako magbabanggit ng pangalan. Hindi naman ako nagpo-promote naman. Hindi naman ako binayaran. Wala nagbayad sa akin dito para gawin ito. Di ba? Makain sila mga tira-tira. Magaling sa basura, magaling sa food chain. Fast chain. Food chain. Di ba? Fast foods. Chain. Kinakain nila. Meron ba naging pandemic? Meron ba naging epidemic? Wala naman eh. May panapanahon. Mabilis. At mabilis na mabilis. Ang timeline, there are some major pandemics that have occurred over time. Over time, hindi overnight. Ang Antonine Plague, 165-180. Okay? AD. Believed to be either smallpox or measles. 5 million ang namatay. Japanese smallpox epidemic. 735 AD. 137 AD. Variola major virus. 1 million. Ano pa? Plague of Justinian. 541 to 542 AD. Bacteria naman to. Rats, fleas. Puto. 30 to 50 million. Death toll. Black Death. 1347. AD yan. 1347. No tayo. 2020 tayo eh. So, going back to 1347, 1351. So, how many years? 47, 48, 49, 50, 51. 4 years. Ang isang plague, tumatagal yan. Hindi lang 6 months. Kaya inaalala ko nga, pag kaya kailangan ng decision talaga rito, wise decision. Pag tumagal ito naman sasabi ko, pag tumagal itong ginagawa natin ngayon ng longer time, naku po, problema yan. Mamaya, mabilis lang tayo. Alam niyo, sa totoo lang, ang hirap eh. No? Black Death. Ay ilan namatay? 200 million all over the world. New World Smallpox Outbreak, 1520 onwards. Variola Major Virus. Yun ang pangalan, ha? 56 million. Great Plague of London, 1665. Hindi naman yung sunod-sunod eh. May mga pagitan yan. Yersinia pestis bacteria, rats and fleas. 100,000 people died. Italian plagues, 1629, 1631. So ilang taon? 30, 31, 2 years. Ganun pa rin, Yersinia pestis bacteria, rats and fleas, 1 million. Umulit lang. Umulit lang siya. Noong 1665, umulit siya noong 1629. Tama ba ako? Okay? Para baliktad yata. Ang baliktad yata yung taon na. Okay? Yun. Anyway, balik tayo. Cholera pandemics, 1817, 19 to 1923. Tagal, no? Kasi nga, di ba, mga nagtataking unang panahon, di ba, gano'n na. So, nung inipon yun, kaya siya malaki, kasi 1 million. Kasi hindi naman sunod-sunod yung mamatay, di ba? Pero ang tagal niya, nakag-ipon siya ng 1 million plus death toll. Third plague, 1885. Okay? Rats and fleas. Umulit yung Yersinia pestis bacteria. 12 million, China and India. Ang death toll. Yellow fever. Yellow fever, late 1800. Virus. Mosquito. So sa US, 100,000 to 150,000. Russian flu, 1889, 1890. Believed to be H2N2. Di ba man? H1N1, mga ganun. Okay? Avian origin, 1 million death toll. Spanish flu, ito yung pinakamalaki. Isa sa pinakamalaki ito. Ito yung binabasa ng anak ko, kami, siniyar niya sa akin, sharing kami dito sa bahay. Spanish flu. 1990. Tawag dito is H1N1 virus. Sabi galing sa pigs. 40 to 15 million died. Asian flu. 1957. 1958. Bumalik. H2N2 naman. Virus naman to. 1.1 million. Hong Kong flu, 1968 to 1970, H3N2 naman, ang code niya, code name niya. H3N2 virus, 1 million ang namatay. It started kaya nga Hong Kong flu kasi galing sa Hong Kong. Okay, 1968, siguro papangalan ko pa lang nito. HIV, ito na, no? HIV/AIDS, 1981 to present. Present, yan din. Kaya ang place, pwede hindi matapos yan. Kaya sila ang mga doctors, mga health organizations natin, nagbibigay na ng exact number kasi nawala na yung pandemic. Kasi ang HIV/AIDS, considered pandemic siya. Kaya nga, 1981, present. So, wala pa siyang exact time kung kailan siya natapos. Kasi wala pang exact na pangpigil o pantigil. Kaya nga ginagawa, di ba? Nung pumutok to, kailangan maglagay ng mga condom, huwag magkaroon ng sexual contact. Ito, marami siya. Mga prohibitions, preventions. Swine flu. Yung mga namatay na sa ngayon is 25 to 35 million ng HIV/AIDS. Sabi galing sa chimpanzee na, virus galing sa chimpanzees. 25 to 35 million. Pero mas malaki pa rin yung Asian flu. Okay? Nasa 50 million. Okay, swine flu. 2009, 2010, recent. H1N1 virus galing sa pigs. According to them, 200,000 died. Death toll. SARS, okay, 2002, 2003, coronavirus, see, pamilya yan no? ng viral infection, galing sa bats, civets, 770 lang ang death toll all over the world sa pandemic niya. Ebola, 2014, 2016, galing sa wild animals, 11,000 lang namatay. MERS-CoV, 2015 to present, actually, based on this, ano pa rin siya? Kasi pare-pares naman siya ng semblance ng nararamdaman. Coronavirus pa rin siya, ang MERS, 850. Kaya nga, MERS, part pa rin siya ng MERS, COVID-19, kasi it started in Wuhan, China, in December 2019, kaya 19. To present, kaya present, coronavirus unknown, still determining our health and medical professionals, scientists are still trying to discover, and according to them, it is possibly pangolins. So, baka galing sa ilong ni Pastor Alan yan. Pangolins. So, possibly pangolins, okay, sa ngayon, according to this, is 6,400. As of March 15, 2020. So, ito kung binabasa ko is, updated research, 6,400 as of March 15, 2020. Many of the death toll numbers listed above are best estimates based on available research. Anyway, to close my point, ito na lang, no? Hindi ko na kahabaan yan. So, yung binasa ko kanina, ito yun. So, kaya lang, napakaliit. Ito yun, binasa ko kanina. At, ang infected daw, okay, anin ko na ito saglit. Dito na lang tayo sa piliin ko na lang. Yung influenza, alam natin influenza, di ba? Yung lagnat. Okay, ang SARS, ang tinatawag na percentage, ratio ng paghawa, is sa isang tao ay 3.5. Okay? SARS is 2%. 3.5%, and then COVID-19 is 2.5%. So, siya? 1:3. 1:3. Based on this. Ito po nakikita niyo sa anyway. Now, 5 solutions to the menace. 5 solution. Number 1, mabilis na tayo. Okay. Faith plus believing action. So, kailangan manampalataya ka. Tapos sama na action. Hindi lang puro faith, hindi lang puro pananampalataya, sama mo na action. No? Awareness. Okay? To God-given ability Meron ang katawan natin, merong natural antibiotic, merong antiviral, tinatawag antibodies. Binigyan tayo ng Diyos. Tsaka yung isip, malakas yan. Pag nag-isip ka ng problema, madadown ang immune system mo. So, isa yan sa dapat natin tandaan. And then, positive mental attitude. Mamaya, i-address ko yan in detail no? Dito. Positive mental attitude. Kailangan positibo tayo mag-isip. Focus on the more productive and bright side of life. And then, balanced diet and exercise. Magpa-araw tayo. Sunlight is natural. Ano yan? Sunlight and fresh air. Okay? Natural, ang sunlight is germicidal yan. Ang fresh air naman is nakakatulong yan para makatulong na tumaas ang ating antibodies. No? Okay? Drink more fluid and vitamin C and D. Okay? And D galing sa araw. At ang C naman, pampalakas ng ating immune system. Okay? More fluid, inom lang. Okay? Huwag alak kasi ngayon, kaya kita niyo, dami na umuhuli. Alak daw ay pampalakas ng ano, hindi. Ang alak, lalong sisirain ang ano mo niya, ang katawan mo niya. And then next, avoid being selfish, but rather to be faithful in your stewardship. Begin with your giving, sharing. In times of crisis, walang mayaman, mahirap. Kung mayaman ka, share mo. Ako natutuwa, no? Particularly kay Honorable Senator Manny Pacquiao. Although, ang daming sabi, ang dami na nagtatago ngayon. No? Pero, ano na lang natin, huwag na natin samahan ng politika. Pero ako appreciated ko. Yung nakita ko na nagbigay siya ng mga mask at I think 7,000 mask and 5 bus para makatulong. Yan, yung mga kayamanan natin. Huwag nating tago, hindi naman tayo maapektuhan kung percentage sa kayamanan natin ang ating ibigay. No? At gamitin natin for the purpose. Sa ngayon, marami tayong program. Ako, gusto kong gumawa ng program. Hindi naman mayayaman ng mga miyembro natin. Pagkaraniwan lang din, nasa probinsya tayo. Pero there are a lot of things that we can do. No? We have a lot of programs that we can do just to help. Being open, especially to household of faith, when your help is needed. So sa oras ng kalamidad, lalo kapag isang buwan lang yan, ang hirap-hirap na. 1 week pa lang tayo kung tutusin. Paano kung tumagal ang lockdown? Hoping enough. And I'm pleading to our Honorable President na ako po ay may mga personal suggestions din at idea. So, hope na makatulong din yun. So, 2 major problem due to lack of faith and wrong mindset. Dalawa lang yan, spiritual and psychological in dealing with the issue of COVID-19. Number 1, psychological disturbance. So, pag hindi, naku po, panic yan, problema yan. At pag nagtagal pa ito, hindi natin na-deal, lalo kapag tumagal ito, mga lockout na yan, at saka lockdown, kung ano man ang term, o enhance community quarantine man yan, kung ano man ang term natin, still, economic crisis pa rin ang lalabasan yan. So what we should do as a people of God and the law-abiding citizen of the Republic of the Philippines, number 1, believe on God's sovereignty. Don't listen to fake and exaggerated news. So, i-control yan. I-control natin talaga yan. Problema yan. Noong unang panahon naman, alam natin na may mga problema. Pero walang masyadong panic kasi wala naman pang... Kaya minsan may disadvantage din ng social media eh. Masyado tayo exaggerated. No? Second, read the Bible for all the promises God gave. So, read the Bible, hindi yun. Nag-iinuman sa kabilang kalsada, nasuli kayo, magagalit kayo. Magiging ano pa yan eh. Magiging subject pa for brutal and abuses yan eh. On the part of the law enforcer. Lalo yung mga, minsan nga, barangay tanod lang, akala mo, mas matindi pa sa police, mas matindi pa sa presidente. Kung masyado maraming OA tsaka exaggerated sa panahon ngayon. Ang hirap. Ang hirap talaga. Ako, gusto kong lumabas, gusto kong may mga tinawagan nga ako, sabi ko, ano ba ito? Ako naniniwala, ang pastor part ng yan, peacekeeping body yan. Hindi naman kailangan, member ka ng POC. No, hindi naman ako makikipag-meeting sa mga mayor at kung tawagan ka, okay lang. Pero kung hindi, pero pag sa implementation na, hindi na kailangan ng member ka ng POC dyan. Para i-implement mo yung, ako gusto kong gumawa ng group na pwedeng tumulong. Ang problema naman, wala kang support, wala kang namang financial capability. Pangalawa, Itong mga barangay natin, lalabas ka lang. Hindi mo alam kung ano yung pwede mong gawin. Di ba? Third is remain calm because of God is in control. If you believe that God is in control, then believe. Believe on God. God is all-knowing. And God designed and raised up leaders. Kaya pakinggan natin ang ating presidente. Pagkakaroon tayo ng chaos pag hindi natin pinakinggan siya. Don't get involved into panic buying. Yan. Ang panic buying is a sign of unbelief and lack of faith on God. Tandaan niyo po lagi, hindi kayo mabubuhay. Kapag kayo mga mayayaman, tinatawagan kong buhay lahat. Sige, bilhin niyo lahat. Pero pag kayo na-apektuhan ng COVID-19 na yan, yung binili niyo, hindi niyo makakasama sa buhay yan. Share! Share everything you have. If you are rich, wealthy, share it. And channel it to the proper support group. Isama niyo na kami dyan kung gusto niyo. Gagawa tayo ng support system at how to channel it directly to people that are in need. So, let us remember our government is much aware about economic and physical need. So, siyempre, may mga unrest dyan. Kasi siyempre, tinatawag na disturbance dyan. Kasi, biglaan no? Hindi naman ganun kadali. But let us trust our leaders. Let us trust our pastors and the president, our president, Duterte, for wisdom on the issue. Let us be updated. Meron pa nga para bang minamalit pa ang Pilipinas, ang Korea daw, ganito daw. Mga Pilipino pa naman, nakakahiya tayo. Updated daw. Bakit daw? Updated naman ako. Nakaka-receive ako from time to time. Sa Korea daw, ganito, updated daw ang report. Issue from time to time. Bakit ako nga? Appreciated ko. Meron ako na-receive galing sa DOH na report updated. Anong problema doon? Wala akong problema dyan. So let us trust, kapatid. Okay? And also, most especially, pray to God. Walang magagawa ang ating pera sa oras ng crisis. Possibly, what are the possible threat and solution that we may possibly realize if wise judgment is made? Ito po ang problem and solution. Social upheaval. Possible yan kapag hindi naging maayos. Walang wisdom at walang proper decision made. Okay? Possible solution, design practicable a company with safety and security. Address the transit of commodities, allow it, and necessity, job related to economy and basic necessities of people. Payagan yan. At saka, kung tutusin, with restriction lang. Public apprehension. Problema rin yan kapag hindi naging ayos. Solution, never forward fake and unverified unofficial news to avoid irrational fear and panic. Next, kapag hindi na ayos to, anarchy. Bakit? Nagkakagulo na because of the ambiguities. Nagutos ang presidente, iba pagkakaintindi ng mga sumusunod sa baba. Nagiging OA at saka exaggerated. That results to confusion due to misinformation. So, makinig tayo maigi. I-analyze natin yung sinabi. No? Magkakaroon ng misconception, then magkakaroon ng scarcity. And then, pagkatapos yan, pag hindi, naku po, sasakyan niya na kung sino-sino mga galit sa presidente, galit sa gobyerno, o kung ano pa man. Bakit? It will trigger to what we call rebellion based on anger, due to anger. So ano yan? Ang possible solution yan, simple lang, to control social media and in posting unnecessary informations. Okay? So yun lang po. At saka submission to authority lang, importante yan. Possible threat, famine, if the government cannot address. Okay? Hindi lang sa Pilipinas, sa buong mundo. The challenge of COVID-19, lockdown for a long time. So, kapag tumagal to, try to use your imagination, please. Pag tumagal ito ng 3 months to 1 year, itong lockdown ito, what would be the effect? What would be the picture? Famine yan. So, possible solution to allow the people to operate on their normal day-to-day activities. Only to those that are working, but with strict limitation and sound practical restrictions. And the government should come up to a quick plan on how to temporarily develop and a budgetary plan, course of action to temporarily and to have a temporary provision to provide every local household. So, katulad yan, hindi na ako magbabanggit sa isang bayan, sa isang municipality. Pinapunta pa, sabi nila, okay, huwag daw, distance, social distance daw. Ano nangyari? Pinapila pa mga tao, naglakad ng ilang kilometro, makakuha na ng 5 kilong bigas, dilata. Ay, mangyari yan. Problema yan. Ako I admire, acknowledge other municipality like in Manila and many others. Nakikita ko talaga, updated sila. No? I admire them sa kanilang mga posting sa YouTube and FB posting na mismong mga leader talaga frontline nagmo-monitor. Maganda yan. Maganda yung tao. Ngayon natin ipakita na hindi lang politika ang ating layunin, kung hindi buhay ng tao at paglilingkod. No? So, yun lang po. I call all politicians, please, do your best, do your job. Huwag tayo matakot. Kung mamatay, wala tayong magagawa. At ang mga pastor, payagan nyo. No? Ako, isang paniniwala ko, kami mga pastor sa batas, ay meron tayong karapatan na mamagitan gumawa kung kinakailangan. Ako sa totoo lang, naghihintay lang dito sa bahay. At dahil sabi, isa lang daw lalabas. Pati yung quarantine pass na yan. Ilang araw na sinabi, 2 araw na lumilipas, o 1 araw na. Hanggang ngayon, wala pang pupunta sa bahay namin. Problema yan. So, address natin. Ako po bilang pastor, nagsasalita. Okay? Nagsasalita. So, yun lang po. God bless us all. At nawa ay pagpalain tayo ng Diyos. And let us keep safe. No? At huwag nating hamunin ang Diyos sa pagpapatuloy sa pamumuhay sa kasalanan at paggawa ng mga bagay-bagay na hindi nararapat sa buhay natin. At kung meron ba tayong kahinaan sa buhay natin, let us deal it individually to God, talk to God individually, and let God deal with us individually also. So this time, I am closing my message. Kung ako man ay medyo may nasaktan o may nasabing hindi tama, ang akin lang, my sincere desire is to bring this up to the hearing, to the ears of our kababayan, not only to our brothers and sisters in the Living Word Global Outreach Ministries here in Cavite, but also to deal and to reach this message. At may mga part 2 pa to, so please stand by for my part 2 of the message. At marami po kasi kong ipon at matagal na po ito na nililit ako ni Lord. Tahimik lang po ako. At ngayon, because of this, God jolted me and give me the conviction. Hanggang panaginip, dala ko po ito. At ako po ay nabuhay sa pakitain ng Diyos. Dumating ako sa committee, may vision. Naging leader ako twice by vision. And this time, I want to be used by God. I want to adhere God's call for my life. At kung ako man ay isa sa boses ng bansang Pilipinas, gagamitin ko po ang boses ko. At kung uutusan akong lumabas at gagamitin ko ang boses na ito, at these healing hands and the ability God gave me to the very excellence and the miracle working power of God through prayer, gagawin ko po for the glory of God. So let us now bow down and pray to God. Father God, thank you so much for this wonderful time. I declare healing in the body of people. To those who are listening to this message, Lord God, right now, I declare healing, miracle in their bodies. To those who are affected by the COVID-19 right now, I declare power in your bodies right now. You're healed, you're healed, you're healed. Let the power of God move into your life right now. In Jesus Christ's name, amen. God bless you. Thank you so much. Have a good day. Keep safe. Let the grace of God be upon you. In Jesus Christ's name, amen.